Have you ever heard of intermittent fasting? Perhaps you've come across this term in conversations about health, in magazine articles, or in social media posts. But what exactly is intermittent fasting, and what are its potential benefits and drawbacks? Is it a safe and effective strategy for promoting weight loss and improving metabolic health? And how do you determine if intermittent fasting is suitable for you, taking into account your lifestyle, nutritional needs, and specific health conditions? Let's delve deeper into this fascinating and controversial topic, questioning its assumptions and uncovering the facts behind intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is a dietary practice that alternates between fasting periods and feeding periods. There are several forms of intermittent fasting, with the most common being 16-8 method. This is one of the most popular methods of intermittent fasting. It involves fasting for 16 consecutive hours and then having an 8-hour feeding window during the day. For example, you might skip breakfast and start eating at noon, then stop eating at 8 p.m. During the fasting period, you can only consume water, unsweetened coffee, tea, or other calorie-free beverages. 5:2 method. In this method, you eat normally for 5 days of the week and restrict your calorie intake to about 500 to 600 calories on the other 2 days. Typically, people choose non-consecutive days for calorie-restricted fasting. On fasting days, it's important to choose nutritious, low-calorie foods to ensure you're getting essential nutrients. Alternate day fasting. This method involves alternating between fasting days and normal eating days. On fasting days, you may choose not to eat anything or limit your calorie intake to a very low amount, such as 25% of your normal calorie intake. On normal eating days, you eat regularly without restrictions. Time-restricted fasting. This method involves fasting for a specific period, such as 24 hours, once or twice a week. For example, you might fast from breakfast one day until breakfast the next day, consuming only water, tea, or unsweetened coffee during that time. After the fasting period, you can eat normally. These intermittent fasting methods may offer health benefits such as weight loss, improved insulin sensitivity, and reduced risk of heart disease. However, it's important to tailor the chosen method to your needs and lifestyle, and to seek medical guidance before starting any intermittent fasting program, especially if you have pre-existing medical conditions. Weight loss and body fat reduction. Intermittent fasting can promote weight loss and reduction of body fat through several mechanisms. Firstly, by restricting feeding time, people commonly consume fewer calories throughout the day, which can result in a negative energy balance and consequently, weight loss. Additionally, intermittent fasting may increase sympathetic nervous system activity, leading to greater fat mobilization for energy during the fasting period. Studies have shown that intermittent fasting can be as effective as traditional calorie-restricted diets in promoting weight loss and body fat reduction, without the need for calorie counting or restricting certain foods. This makes it an appealing option for many people looking to lose weight sustainably. Moreover, intermittent fasting may preserve lean muscle mass during weight loss, helping to maintain a high basal metabolism and preventing the decrease in metabolic rate that often occurs with severe calorie restriction. Improvement of metabolic health. Metabolic health refers to the body's ability to efficiently process and utilize nutrients, especially carbohydrates and fats. Intermittent fasting has been associated with various improvements in metabolic health, including increased insulin sensitivity and reduced blood glucose levels. During the fasting period, insulin levels decrease, allowing the body to burn fat reserves for energy. This can help reduce insulin resistance and improve cells' sensitivity to insulin action, helping to control blood sugar levels and prevent the development of type 2 diabetes. Moreover, intermittent fasting may increase the production of adiponectin, a hormone that helps regulate glucose and fatty acid metabolism, further contributing to metabolic health. Reduction of heart disease risk. Heart disease is one of the leading causes of morbidity and mortality worldwide, and intermittent fasting has been studied for its potential benefits in reducing the risk of these conditions. Several studies in animals and humans have demonstrated that intermittent fasting can lead to improvements in cardiovascular risk factors, including reduced blood pressure, lower levels of LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and triglycerides, and increased HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol. Furthermore, intermittent fasting may reduce inflammation in the body, a known risk factor for heart disease. Reducing inflammation can help protect blood vessels and decrease the accumulation of fat plaques in the arteries, thus reducing the risk of atherosclerosis and cardiovascular events. Promotion of brain health. Intermittent fasting has been associated with various benefits for brain health, including protection against neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, improvement of cognitive function, and reduction of oxidative stress. Animal studies have shown that intermittent fasting can increase the production of neurotrophic factors, substances that promote the growth and survival of nerve cells, helping to protect against age-related cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. Additionally, intermittent fasting may stimulate the production of ketone bodies, an alternative energy source for the brain that may have neuroprotective and anti-inflammatory effects. Increased longevity. While more research is needed in humans, animal studies have suggested that intermittent fasting may prolong lifespan and slow the aging process. One of the main theories behind this effect is that intermittent fasting may activate cellular repair mechanisms and autophagy, in which cells remove damaged components and recycle materials to promote cellular health and longevity. Moreover, intermittent fasting may reduce the production of free radicals and oxidative stress, processes that are associated with cellular aging and the development of age-related diseases. Promotion of cellular health and reduction of inflammation. Intermittent fasting can trigger a range of beneficial cellular processes, including autophagy, a mechanism by which cells remove damaged components and recycle materials to promote cellular health and longevity. Additionally, intermittent fasting may reduce inflammation in the body, a risk factor for various chronic diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Reducing inflammation can help protect against cellular damage and improve immune system function. These are just some of the potential health benefits of intermittent fasting, and it's important to note that results may vary from person to person. Before starting any intermittent fasting regimen, it's advisable to consult a healthcare professional to determine if it's suitable for you and how to implement it safely. Although intermittent fasting has been associated with various health benefits, there are also some potential drawbacks and considerations to take into account. Here are some of the main disadvantages of intermittent fasting. Hunger and discomfort. During fasting periods, it's common to feel hungry, especially the first few times intermittent fasting is practiced. This feeling of hunger can be uncomfortable and difficult to tolerate, especially for people prone to hypoglycemia or those with a complicated relationship with food. Possible negative impact on mental health. For some people, intermittent fasting can trigger excessive concerns about food, leading to disordered eating behaviors or a harmful relationship with food. Additionally, intermittent fasting can cause irritability, low energy, and difficulty concentrating, negatively affecting mental well-being. Dietary restriction. Intermittent fasting involves temporary restrictions on eating, which can make it challenging to fulfill social commitments involving meals, such as business lunches or dinners with friends and family. Additionally, some people may find it challenging to adjust their daily routine to accommodate fasting periods. Possible loss of muscle mass. In some cases, intermittent fasting may lead to loss of muscle mass, especially if not combined with resistance exercise. During prolonged fasting, the body may resort to breaking down muscle proteins for energy, which can result in loss of lean mass over time. 5. Risk of binge eating and yo-yo dieting. For some people, intermittent fasting may trigger episodes of binge eating during eating periods, especially if there's an underlying tendency toward eating disorders. Additionally, the food restriction associated with intermittent fasting may increase the risk of yo-yo dieting, where lost weight is regained after discontinuing fasting. 6. Possible negative impact on certain medical conditions. Intermittent fasting may not be suitable for everyone, especially those with certain medical conditions such as diabetes, eating disorders, heart disease, hormonal disorders, or pregnant or lactating women. In some cases, intermittent fasting may exacerbate these conditions or interfere with medical treatment. 7. Potential for nutritional deficits. Depending on the eating pattern during feeding periods, intermittent fasting may increase the risk of nutritional deficiencies, especially if balanced and varied food choices are not made. It's important to ensure adequate intake of essential nutrients during feeding periods to avoid nutritional deficiencies. 8. Unknown long-term impact. While there is promising evidence regarding the short-term benefits of intermittent fasting, the long-term effects are not fully understood. More research is needed to determine the long-term effects of intermittent fasting on health and the sustainability of its results. It's important to consider these disadvantages and potential risks before starting any intermittent fasting regimen. For some people, intermittent fasting may be an effective strategy for improving health and achieving weight loss goals, while for others, it may not be suitable. It's always recommended to consult with a healthcare professional before starting any intermittent fasting program, especially if you have medical concerns or are taking medications.